Well, hello, Jackie.
How are you?
Well, I'm doing okay. You know, I think we really have to stop setting this precedent that it's okay to complain and be tired all the time, and it's just really not a good vibe for us.
It's not?
I'm just shitting you. I got a whole list of things I'm tired about.
I was like, it's
I got a
not. This is our
list of
whole. This is
things.
our whole. This is our bread and butter over
This
here.
is the bread and butter. Yeah. Sorry, I've had a revelation. I'm positive vibes only. Just kidding. Negative vibes only is our theme.
Right, negative vibes only is how we roll. Hashtag negative vibes only.
Hashtag
So
negative vibes only.
maybe we can start that on our Instagram.
On the Instagram.
But
Two Tired Therapists.
Yes, we are two tired therapists. Welcome to another wonderful episode.
Mm-hmm. We hope you're staying tired.
Yes.
Letting people know about it.
Yes.
Let us know what you're tired about.
Yes, we want to know.
Mm-hmm.
But Kyle, I need to know what
Well,
is.
let me get my list
What's
out.
on your list this week?
So I'm going to go to a very original Kyle topic, I think, that I've talked about several times
Okay.
on this podcast, which is men
Mm-hmm.
and how tiring they are.
Sure.
This week
Agree.
in tiring, it's men do not wash their hands when they go to the bathroom.
They don't?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. I have been in many public restrooms where these men
Gross.
don't wash their hands, where they pee and walk out.
None of you guys can see my face. I just have nothing to say.
There's no. I mean, there's not. What can you say? Yeah, I don't
Gross.
know the logic behind it. I don't know if they think, well, I didn't touch anything. Yes, you did.
That's my logic is thinking, okay, they didn't touch anything, but I'm like, you're still inside of a public,
Well, you touched your wiener.
right?
Let's
Yeah.
be honest here. I don't know what man goes. How can you not?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't understand how you could.
You think I want your wiener germs all over me? Maybe some.
wiener germs?
But for the most
There's
part,
another hashtag.
hashtag wiener germs.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
So I don't get it. It's tiring.
I think people just, they're like, I don't have time to do it. I don't know. I don't understand it either.
No, there's no excuse.
To an extent, like
And then, I mean, the real kicker. Oh, okay. You know what? It's fine. If you didn't touch a lot going number one, fine.
right.
Okay, fine. But going number two,
There's particles. That's gross. Yeah.
Particles.
That's not for me.
You literally put one of your hands in your butt to clean them,
Ugh.
to wipe.
I love that this is the turn that we've taken.
But it's tiring.
No, it is. Oh, I agree.
It's tiring. So that's where I'm at. We need to do Handmaid's Tale, but with men. I don't know what we would call it. Handyman's Tale.
Yeah.
Handyman's Tale.
Handyman's tale. What it's made for? But what's it from? Is it
Butler.
Hand butler's tale?
Hand Butler's Tale.
I love that. I love that.
So that's me. What about you? What's tiring? What's going on? What's going on in the world of Jackie?
I mean, we could talk about so many different things. I don't have a list like you do. I feel like I should
Oh.
start making a list.
When it happens, I immediately have a list on my phone that I'm like, wow, that made me really tired. And then I talk about it with all of you.
Right. And I think, what's bothered me more recently is, how when you have your phone for a couple of years and the battery starts going, I said that weird, but battery, it starts going.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really tired of that. Like, it should be the same throughout the whole phone.
Yeah.
Like, it shouldn't ever be, like, mine is like, I'll use it for an hour and it'll go to like 50%.
It feels like there's a button they just push that goes, okay.
Right.
and
You've had your
all
phone
of
for
these
a year
types
and a
of
half.
phone- yeah.
Done. Like,
done.
everything.
Your battery is charged for 47 minutes.
Right. And
Mm-hmm.
I'll be on it, like I said, for an hour. Maybe I'll be on scrolling through Instagram. Maybe I'll watch a video or two.
Mm-hmm.
And an hour later, it's at 52% and it was fully charged when I started the day. I'm so tired of that.
It's very tiring.
And then it just buys into the cycle of you have to buy a new phone.
Mhm.
You have to do this and that. And I don't like that. So that's
Yeah.
where I'm at. That's what I'm tired of.
Capitalism, baby. That's what it is.
Capitalism.
Hashtag capitalism. We're doing all the hashtags
I
today.
know. This is how they get born, though. This is where all of it comes
I'll
out
forget
of.
all of them by the time we go to post them.
Oh,
You'll
you
have
won't.
to help me.
You won't.
No, I will.
Oh,
I have the memory of a 97-year-old man.
okay. I will. I'll let you know.
Just let
It
me
was
know.
Wiener Germs was one.
Wiener germs.
I've already forgotten one of them, I think.
See? The first one.
Yeah, Wiener Germs. I don't know.
Here we are.
That's the best one. And
Here we are.
Capitalism was the other one. There was a third one in
Capitalism.
there somewhere, but
Mm.
I love it.
Well, today is
It's a Kyle
is a
episode.
Kyle episode.
I'm so excited.
So you got to do the last episode about serial killers, where
Yes.
I didn't really know
Right.
the content.
Right.
And so it's really the same as where you kind of know what we're going to talk about today.
Yes, I have a vague
But
idea.
But today, and I think it's extra special because really this is the reason we started the podcast, and
Yes.
something we refer to on the podcast that
A
we
lot.
are kind of going to take on, but not really, for reasons we'll get into.
Right.
But today I have a several psychology hacks for you
Oh.
that I have found through various social media platforms.
Okay.
Now, I had wanted to get some of the TikToks. I wanted to get some of the
Right.
TikToks that we throw shade at.
Right. The dancing ones where you point and it's with the
However,
catchy tune. Yeah.
however, I am a boomer. And so,
A millennial boomer.
first of all, the things I do for this podcast, I just want to put that out
Can't
there.
believe you got TikTok.
I downloaded TikTok.
No, I would not.
I got on it, had no idea how to use it.
Great.
Not one idea. So I have no TikToks for us today. So
Great.
we're gonna have producer Justin
Help,
teach me how to
yes.
use TikTok. But for today, a lot of them I found on Instagram, surprisingly.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
So a lot of the psychology hacks, psychology facts. I got into a pretty dark part of Instagram
Oh,
with
no.
some incels, I think.
Ooh.
So some very interesting.
When we get to that part, you'll have to explain that term and what that means.
Okay.
Because I bet you there are people who don't know what that is.
Well, now it wasn't. They didn't call themselves incels. It was Men's Health. Just to give you a
Okay.
little teaser.
Sure.
And so I'm very happy.
Oh
that-
gosh. So yes, I will say that I have not. Although we traded a few back and forth, but I think you
I
said
haven't
you
used-
weren't going to use the ones that
No.
we talked about. So I don't know any of these. So that's what's
No.
going to make things interesting.
Now I have thrown in a couple that are true,
Okay, great.
that are accurate. I didn't look at all of them. Some of them are pretty ridiculous that I know they're not true, but some I was like, and so I'm curious to see if you will pick the ones that are true.
Great. What a
So-
good marker for me.
Right.
Watch, I'm gonna be like, this is terrible. Who would do this? And you're like, this is the true
This
one.
is the true one, yeah. So this is where you really get to shine.
Great.
Um,
That's what I do best. Shine when I have no preparation.
so here is the first one.
Okay.
Okay, so this is psychological life hacks. I'm going to read them exactly as
Okay,
they're
great.
written
Sure.
too. So
Go ahead.
psychological life hacks number 11.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Do we know how many there are total, or is this just sort of out of?
too many.
Okay, great. This
Too
is
many.
11.
This is just from what I found. So,
Yeah.
okay. Make a person fall in love with themselves and they'll fall in love with you. Build a confidence and motivation in them. Be their guide or well-wisher. That person will automatically feel a strong affection towards you, proved by psychology.
That's a hard pass for me.
That is a hard pass. So tell us perhaps why that might be. We don't do that. We don't make people fall in love with us, right?
No, I
So
don't.
let me take it in parts for you. So make a person fall in love with themselves and they'll fall in love with you. True or false?
I think to an extent that is true, but I would probably say that's mostly false.
Yeah.
Like I think you can't be in a healthy relationship unless you are in a good healthy mindset yourself. I
Well-
don't think it's like I think you
Mhm.
I don't know, we could have probably 100 debates about this, but I'm like
Well,
you
for
don't have
me,
to be,
it's make a person. Already I'm out.
Right,
You
yeah,
can't make
yeah,
a
I'm not
person
doing-
do anything.
well, no, and you can't be someone's like everything. Like you can't
Right.
be their guide, whatever you
no, right.
what's
So
with the
well, so
guide.
that's not build a confidence, just one, a confidence and motivation in them. Be their guide or well-wisher. That person will automatically
It's not automatic. but
feel, F-I-L-L, it should be feel a strong affection towards you, proved by psychology.
well, we know when they misspelled feel for Phil,
That
we
was
should know that
red
that was not
flag.
true. Yeah,
Red
red
flag.
flag.
But I think, one, psychology doesn't prove anything, right? Like, research will tell you can't prove
Right.
anything. That is
Right.
not what we can do. Now, I think what you were trying to say is, yeah, you should be, like, supportive and, like, help someone maybe see
Right,
the good
right.
in themselves, but you should not be that person that's doing more work than they are to try to see that.
Right, right.
Mhm.
And if you're talking about in a relationship, like I'm not going to be someone's therapist when I'm having like even if it's a friendship, like it's not my job to be your
No.
therapist. So
Right.
yeah, no.
Like, I'm going to help you try to see who you are, but
Sure.
at the end of the day, you're like, no, I'm so trash. Okay, you're trash.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Love that.
So that is psychological life hacks number 11.
All right.
Okay.
I don't like number 11.
Don't like number 11. Mirroring. People will like you more if you subtly use their body language.
That I have seen this and I have heard this is true.
This is true.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you know why?
Because I think it like fosters a like, I forget what the exact, I don't remember what the exact term is, but it basically means like when I mirror you, then you're like, oh, you know, there's like a connection, I guess, is the way I would think about it. I don't know how to explain it
Well,
the best way, but
so we have something called mirror neurons in our brain,
okay.
and that's why modeling, where you like monkey see, monkey do kind of thing, is so powerful.
Right.
And it's like when you see someone crying, you want to cry. When you see someone laugh, you want to laugh. When you see them yawn, you want to yawn.
Right.
It's because we have these mirror neurons, because we're social creatures, and so it kind of tells us what's the vibe right now. You know,
Yeah.
so you don't want to be that person that's like laughing at a funeral, right? Like you see the other people around you crying, and so you're somber and maybe down too, and so those mirror neurons help us do that.
Yeah.
So it's something that you can do in, I mean, I've done it in therapy. I wouldn't necessarily use their body language, but I think you can tell when someone is engaged with you in a conversation because you will mirror each other's body language.
Right. There'll definitely be some sort of like, oh, I'm using my hands, like you'll start using your hands. Yes.
Yeah. So that is good job.
Yeah.
Look at you.
I'm
so
so
maybe
smart.
you know some shit.
Oh, I'm so smart.
So this one, I'm very curious to see about this one. And these don't have any names. I'll give you names. These are just psychology hacks.
Okay.
Sexual imprinting. Men are more attracted to women who possess a bone structure that resembles that of their mothers.
I don't think this is true, but I bet you it is.
It is true. I had to look this one up.
But when you said imprinting, it made me think, did you read Twilight?
Absolutely.
I immediately thought of Twilight. I was
imprinting
like, okay.
onto a child.
Yes, imprinting onto a child, yes.
So yeah, evidently this is a thing. Of course, it's with the straights. Go figure.
Right.
So it is only for, though, at least from the brief research that I have done, for heterosexual men. So they found that men tend to find a partner whose bone structure is similar to their mother. It did not work the other way around.
Interesting.
So women do not tend to find a man that looks like their father, which I feel like is a stereotype.
Interesting. Very Oedipus Electra complex coming into play there.
This that I found this study said we found that there were no perceived facial similarities between women's partners and their fathers. However, men tended to pair more often with women that were perceived as resembling the men's own mothers.
That's very Freudian.
They also noted that the quality of these relationships had nothing to do with that either. So go figure.
Interesting.
But yeah, I feel like this because there's the Oedipus complex, right, where you fall in love with your mother as a child, and that's how you know who you're romantically and sexually attracted to. The opposite being the Electra complex, which I always thought like, well, how does that work for gays? Because I didn't fall in love with either of my parents. I can tell that right now. Like,
I don't know. They don't really ever. You're right. It's all on the streets. So.
As it is.
Yeah. Well, and that's who's mostly studied for a lot of these things.
Right.
So I don't know.
But yeah. So sexual imprinting. So do you?
I just keep thinking of Twilight. Every time you say imprinting, I'm like, I can't.
Yeah, like you're a werewolf.
Yes. Like I'm. Yes.
Yeah. So do you look like Justin's mom then?
I don't think I do. We'll have to find a picture.
We'll have to. Yeah.
So you can.
We'll put it on the gram and have all the kids vote.
Greg's listening to this right now being like, what?
He's like, I'm no longer the number one fan.
Right.
Very good. Very good.
Okay.
Yes.
Look at me.
So the next one, this one, I'm very excited for you.
Okay.
Psychology hack. Again, I'm reading these exactly as they are posted.
Great.
A woman is more responsive to romance when her stomach is full. Now, I have
lots of thoughts about this.
Well, this one had a picture to it. And it is a man hugging a woman, and she's holding a pregnancy test.
Ew.
So what I
Sorry,
think,
that was probably not right.
so what I think is perhaps they mean when a woman is pregnant.
Yeah.
But when I first read this, I read it as
Like
like
food.
after a full
Like
meal,
tacos.
like tacos. And again, not a straight woman. I have to put that out there. I do not think I am not
No.
predisposed.
No, I would 100%.
I would not be predisposed. For sure, as a gay man, not predisposed to have sex on a full stomach.
Oh no, I would say absolutely not.
I need to not eat for like 14
I need to lay on a
days.
couch. I need to
Mhm.
have a blanket over me, and I need no one to be within a 10-foot radius of me after I've had like a giant
Right,
meal.
right.
No, it's not happening. For me, that's a no. Now, if we're talking about pregnancy, I don't know because I've never
Yeah.
been pregnant.
I mean,
so
I've heard that, but
I can't speak to that. I've never had that experience, but I would still also say no. But I know your hormones can be really like,
yeah.
I don't want to say out of whack, but your hormones
They are,
change.
yeah, out of whack, I think. Yeah.
They change while you're pregnant. So
But at the end, aren't you so uncomfortable?
yeah, I would imagine so.
I'd be like, get away from me. I'm hot. I'm
Yeah.
bloated. I haven't pooped in 3 months.
Yeah,
Go away.
for me it would be a no. I
Yeah.
don't feel like that one.
But this is a psychology hack. So get full. Women will sleep with you.
Full means pregnant, so
I
but
don't
be
know.
careful when you do that now because we live in a society where there's not as many options. I'll just put it like that.
I would dare to say probably no options.
Right.
But yeah.
Depending on what state you're in, probably no options.
So this is the next few I think come from what's called Power of Psychology.
Oh, good power.
This one's scary for us, and I think that we're going to have a good laugh at.
Oh no.
It says you know too much psychology when you can't get mad at people because you understand everyone's reason for doing everything.
I actually would probably agree with this a little
Oh,
bit.
I would disagree. Really? I get mad at many people, even though I understand
okay, maybe
why
I
they
should
did
maybe
it.
I should amend what I'm saying. I feel like for people that I don't know, I tend to give a little bit more grace to. People that I do know, I
Sure.
will get a little bit more pissy at.
Really? Oh, I'm
Yeah.
kind of, equal opportunity offender. I don't care. Like, what are you doing?
I feel like for people, I try to give strangers the benefit of the doubt.
I
Now,
mean-
if you're being a total asshole, then
Right.
absolutely not. But I mean, if somebody forgets to, I don't know. I mean, it's something that isn't going to inconvenience me too terribly. I try not to like get pissed about it.
Sure.
But I will get more irritated by people in my like own life. That's so backwards, but that's how it is.
But I mean, yeah, you can know as much psychology you want. You're still gonna get mad at people.
yeah, I don't know why
Like,
psychology
you're still
doesn't
gonna-
need to do that.
Yeah. Like you're not sitting here going, "Oh, well, I understand why you did that." No.
Yeah, no.
I might understand, but I mean, I'm gonna be like, "Well, that was dumb."
I'd probably tell somebody
In
that's
therapy,
stupid.
as a therapist, of course, I'm not. Of course, because I'm ethical.
right,
not
right.
doing this.
Ethical, yes.
So yeah. This is again power of psychology. If you don't address your childhood traumas, then your romantic relationships will.
Oh,
Mhm.
I would agree with this.
I would too.
I would 100%.
To an
agree with
extent,
that.
I wouldn't say always.
No, I wouldn't
but
say always.
More
well,
often than not.
Well, it's just I mean, you don't even have to say like childhood. You could just say trauma in
Traumas, yeah,
general. If you
yeah.
don't, if you decide not to do anything with it, it will come out. It may not, and I wouldn't even say romantic. I think you could just generalize it to all
I
relationships.
think you could too.
Because I think there's plenty of opportunities where people who have friendships, something, I don't know, I won't say triggers them, but there can be, situations that happen where even in non-romantic relationships, things come up from the past that you don't necessarily
Like
know are
understand
going to come
why.
up. Right.
Yeah.
And then yeah, I would agree with that one.
I think that's where this like stereotype of like you fall in love with a parent comes in. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, my dad was abusive, so I fell in love with an abusive man. And I kind of.
Yeah.
I think there's some legitimacy to that.
Yeah, I think there is too. I also think people are just so it's so different for every single person. Like
It
I always
is,
hate to
yeah.
do generalizations for that kind of stuff, but I do think in general, like if you have
Yeah.
stuff unresolved,
Right.
it will come out
Absolutely.
to haunt you.
Absolutely. So this next one is more close to being able to poke fun at the ADHDers and stuff.
Oh,
It's not a
good.
dancing one.
Oh.
But it says ADHD is being able to clean someone else's house when they need help, but staring at your own room for 15 hours trying to figure out how to get the executive function to clean.
I've never gone to somebody else's house to clean for them.
Never. I don't even clean my own house.
I mean, well, I shouldn't say it like that. I get outside of family, I've never done that. Like I would,
Right.
I've never actually been to your place, but I mean, I've never gone to your place. And, like,
If you want to,
never-
please,
I-
please come.
I'm just- oh, I don't.
But would you say that's ADHD? Would you say that if someone said that to you and they
That's
didn't say
not
the ADHD, if they just said, I cleaned my mom's house and that was great, but when I look at my own, I just can't do it.
Well, to me, it's more about motivation. What's your motivation for cleaning your? I mean, there are some times
Right.
where I'm like, nope, I'm not cleaning my house today. I don't feel like it. But like, if somebody called me and was like, hey, I need help, cleaning, I might go over there and do it. I don't think it's ADHD though.
No,
ADHD is very touchy.
that would never. Well, so one thing with ADHD that it doesn't discriminate between environments.
Right.
Right. So it's like if you have problems like at school, but then at home, like you're watching,
Right.
a 2-hour movie every day,
Right.
like your ADHD doesn't care.
Right. Yeah. It's a cross context. It's not
Right.
just for
So like this to me is like,
Right.
I'm like, I don't think that
No,
would be ADHD whatsoever.
No.
So there's several of these
Oh no.
that I'm trying. So this one, if you announce your goals or tell someone else about them, you are less likely to accomplish them because of the lack of motivation and interest that now result from someone else being aware of your goals.
What?
Keep them to yourself.
I've never heard this. I've heard the opposite.
Absolutely, it's the opposite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're more likely to achieve a goal if you tell somebody else because now there's somebody who knows and
Yes.
may or may not hold you accountable, but now
But
somebody could ask you in 3 months, hey,
accountability.
did you ever get
Mhm.
your degree or whatever? Or did you ever, get that new job?
Right. No, I think it is. I agree. I
What?
think it's the absolute opposite.
What bad advice on the internet.
What terrible advice. I know. But
What?
people look at that and go, okay, I'm not going to tell my goals to anybody ever. I know.
There are
it's
some
ridiculous.
people who listen to this stuff. Oh, it's sad.
It's awful.
bad.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Yeah.
like it.
I had mentioned kind of getting into the incel
Mhm. Yes.
type.
You have to describe what an incel is
So
for
I
the people out there.
I
who may
don't
not
really know. Honestly, I just came across this not too long ago. But it's basically, if I'm being honest, can I be honest on
Yes,
the
go ahead,
podcast?
yeah.
It's men with shitty personalities who blame
You're being
women.
entirely too kind, but yes.
Who blame women for their problems.
Yeah. And the term incel means involuntary celibate.
Celibate, that's right.
Because-
oh my god.
Because they're not,
Yes.
they can't find anybody to have sex with.
Because women
Right.
are terrible.
Of course it's women. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I went in a deep dive with this recently with like the red pill. Right. Have you heard the red pill theory? Oh, it's this whole
No.
thing on YouTube. Don't watch it. It's terrible.
I'm scared. I don't want to get
No,
into the incel
don't do it. No, don't do it. It's very like
black hole.
it's very like women just use men as toys and playthings and just want their money and
Oh,
don't
yeah,
and want a guy who's 6'4" and chiseled and has a nice body, and I'm like,
What?
this makes no sense. I can't tell you how many like short, fat, ugly people I see who are married like that. It
it's
just
so not
blows
true.
my mind. But somehow I got down into that hole while
Oh my
looking for some
God.
posts. So I'm just gonna give you a tidbit
Okay.
before we go to break, and then maybe we can prepare
Right.
ourselves
We need to digest
for
it
some of the
before-
more
Yes.
deeper parts. So this one is for a man's mental health. Okay. A 5-minute conversation with a beautiful girl
Oh, a girl, not even a woman, just a girl. Oh God.
is more beneficial than a 2-hour yoga.
What?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No.
No. Absolutely not.
I just like how it's girl. So we're
Girl.
talking about people 18 and
Girl.
under.
Girl.
I mean, I would argue you're.
Why didn't they
probably-
just call it like Baby Factory, right? With a 5-minute conversation with the Baby Factory is more beneficial than a
With-
2-hour yoga.
with oh my God. No. Ew.
Mhm.
I can't.
Yeah.
No, this reminds me
Oh.
of when I used to work in the prison and like some of those guys, like the offenders,
Yeah.
like would just be so
Jackie,
gross.
that's just an appetite to some of the things I found
Oh
that
gosh.
I'm very delighted to bring to you
Oh my
tonight.
gosh. Well, let's
Mhm.
take a break before we get into this because
Yeah, Jackie needs a moment to
I need
get
I
ready.
need to like
Mhm. Well, now, but that yoga session is going to be nothing.
Right,
to
it means nothing.
a
I didn't talk.
beautiful
I didn't talk to
girl.
a beautiful girl.
We
so
need to
it's,
find you a beautiful girl to
Oh,
talk
I can't
to.
wait. I'd love to talk to a beautiful girl.
We'll be right back. Welcome back.
We're back, and I'm scared.
And you're scared. Yeah. Well, we did confirm that perhaps you don't look like Justin's mother.
Although you do see a little.
I don't know.
I'm scarred for life. It's
I don't know. But
I hope Greg's listening to this episode.
Yeah.
Hi, Greg.
we're losing our number one fan.
It's fine.
for
Yeah,
sure.
I know.
Sorry. So sorry.
He'll come back.
So hopefully Jackie's ready to
I'm so scared.
to get to some of these. Now these are I won't say they're incel, but we'll just get into them. Now I will start
Maybe incel adjacent.
incel adjacent. This is no one that would I personally identify, but so these are actually Instagram reels,
Yes.
which probably marks me as a boomer. But that's
how
fine.
I see all my TikToks, is on my Instagram reels.
That's
so.
this is as far as TikTok as I got.
Right.
So yeah, I'll start kind of light on you.
So scared.
So the first one I have to kind of read it because it'll go fast. So the first one is it's a breakup fact.
Okay, great.
Psychology says if y'all break up and still can't leave each other alone, then you guys belong together.
Oh.
Don't try to force that breakup.
Oh. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
Don't agree with that at all.
That means y'all are toxic.
Toxic.
And you shouldn't be together,
No.
and you won't leave each other alone.
I have to say what really did it for me was the y'all.
Yeah, the y'all.
That I read again, reading as it is. That was not the hit coming out in me. It literally says if y'all break up.
If y'all break up.
If y'all break up, you belong together.
No.
No, it's not true.
No.
Nope.
That's so wrong. No,
you
no,
know
no,
that
no,
was
no.
probably written by some 14-year-old that
Right, some 14-year-old that's like, I know psychology. Hashtag psychology hacks.
hashtag psychology hacks, but spelled like HAX.
Yes. Misspelled. Oh, no.
Actually, let me tell you. Well, so no, it's just psychology hack, and it just says mention your love. Hashtag psychology facts.
Like, tag them in the comments?
Yeah, like tag your love.
No.
1,300 likes though. So.
Ew.
Mhm.
I hate that. That's so not.
Oh,
that's so-
hashtag facts over fear.
Whoop.
Mm-hmm.
What a hashtag.
Hashtag we post informative content. That needs to be
I
our
don't
hashtag.
agree with that. We do informative content. No, we don't.
Yeah. So
No.
yeah, if you're breaking up a lot with your partner, you belong together.
Right.
That doesn't even make sense.
That's a sign.
That's
a
stupid.
sign from whatever you believe in that you guys
Mhm.
are meant to be together. Break
Yeah.
up. Get
Break
back
up.
together.
Yeah.
Nope. No, thank you.
Yeah.
I do not want that.
Break up with your girlfriend. I'm bored. Ariana Grande.
Yes. It's Greg. That's Greg's favorite
Really?
recording artist. Yes.
Greg needs to be on the pod.
We can get
Greg,
Greg
if
on
you're
the pod.
listening, we want you on the pod.
He will happily come on.
So I'm afraid it's time
Oh.
to get into some of these very serious. Now, I think these
Oh, no.
came from the same person. I don't think I'm going to name them. I think I'm just going to keep it
Yeah,
anonymous.
let's keep it anon. We don't
but
want
these did come, and they are pretty close to the dancing TikToks
Okay.
because it's like, so one of them is him just like sitting like down, and then it's just like a bunch of random like facts
Oh, great.
around
Okay.
him. So he's not really doing anything but sitting there.
Is that to be like so that he's thinking about these facts? Like, what is the point of sitting and then just?
So this one, he just literally is sitting there and he rubs his head and is looking at the camera and it ends.
Okay, cool.
So this one is you're gonna pull girls out of your league if you do these things.
Okay.
So one, stop looking at girls at their peach emoji is what he put.
Oh, their
Stop
butt,
looking
okay.
at their butt. Eye contact will literally make them fold.
Okay. Or I'm gonna think you're weird because you're just staring at me hard. But
Precisely.
go ahead.
Sharp jawline through eating hard foods and face exercises will pull a girl out of your league. Which I don't know what that means. What do you mean out of your league? Like she won't like you, or
No,
she
like,
will like you?
She'll like she's
Gotcha.
like you're like a 4 and she's like a 10.
Oh God.
That's what out of your league means.
There was this other one, and I never figured out what it was, but it says call her the F word,
Female.
and then it says check comments, but he never commented on it.
Female.
So I looked at some of his others, and someone was like, "What is that?" And he didn't respond. So they said, "Do you mean like friend?" So I think he meant friend zone them. Call her a friend.
Okay.
Don't agree with what they say. Have your own opinion.
Oh my god.
This is mild.
I feel like I'm like listening to a grifter, like tell me, like I feel like I'm listening. You know those like pickup artists that they make their money
Right.
doing that. Like that's what I feel like I'm listening to. Like disagree.
Yeah.
Call her a friend, so she's upset. Like whatever. Oh my gosh.
Stop thinking anyone is out of your league. They are human too. Tease them, flirt, and just have fun.
I don't disagree with that.
That one's not terrible.
I mean, don't think people are out of your league. You never know.
And then his last one, follow because I'm helping you become a high value king. Which I disagree with, and you'll see in subsequent
Oh,
posts
good. Okay, there's
as
more
to
coming.
why. Oh,
Okay.
absolutely. That was one of 4.
There's a lot to unpack there that I don't.
Yeah,
have
do you
the
want
time
to
for.
address any of those currently, or just a whole overall no?
You know, I guess do whatever you're gonna do, but I would say this isn't even like we don't even need to make it a gendered thing. If you like somebody, I mean, just treat them like how you would want to be treated, and if you're interested, then tell them, hey, I'm interested in going
Right.
on
But
on a date with you.
Yes.
If they say, you know what, I'm cool, say, okay, thanks.
right, understand that not everyone is going to like you,
Right.
for various reasons.
Right. And if they tell you no, then say,
Then it's a
okay,
no.
thank you, appreciate it. Then I'd still like to be friends. And then you never bring it up ever again.
Right.
Ghost
Right.
if you feel like you have to.
Well,
But I mean, I'm going to be irritated if you like me and all you do is just disagree with everything that I say.
Right.
What's the point of that?
Right.
I mean,
right.
that means I'm not going to talk to you anymore because you're
Well,
disagree with everything that I say.
Now
Oh,
he
no.
may or may not talk about this in subsequent posts that I'm about
Oh,
to read
great.
you. So
Okay, good.
we may get to that theory. I can't remember if I just read it or not, but
Oh, good.
so this next one, 5 best topics to talk to an attractive girl about.
Ooh, I'm
Okay.
interested. I would love to know this. I'd
Love to know.
I'd love to talk to attractive girls. I need to know this.
Me too. Music. Instead of directly asking her favorite artist, start out, what are 2 songs I should listen to right now?
Oh, that's actually a decent
Yeah, I
question.
thought that
I'm here
was-
for that.
Hobbies. What she likes to do in her spare time.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
That's I'm scared.
Sports. You can tease her about her sporting abilities and create competition by saying you're better than her.
Nope, we took a sharp left right there. We took a sharp left. No,
something,
thank you.
something, a sharp something.
Oh my God. No.
Relationships. Women love to gossip. Want them to open up? Bring up a funny relationship thing that happened to you or a friend. I'm in a hard pass. Don't bring up your past relationship.
No, well, and I don't like the sweeping generalization of women love to gossip.
I love
mean,
gossip.
I love gossip, but I don't like to gossip about, I don't know. I mean, like, if I don't know the person, that sounds mean, but if I don't know the person, why would I care?
Right.
If you're going to tell me about a past relationship, that's, unless I'm asking you about that, that's something odd to bring up in that kind of context. Oh, the song stuff I did, that's actually a great
Yeah.
question to get to know somebody. The hobbies thing is fine too. Sports, I don't agree with at all. I wouldn't.
Because what are you going to do if she's better than you at it?
Justin learned this the hard way in life. He thought in high school I used to play badminton. It's a sport where I come from, and it's like a sport that you compete in high school. Like it's like basketball, soccer, all that stuff. And Justin wanted to play, and I was like, okay, we can play. No big deal. And he was like, no, I'll be fine. And I whipped his ass within like 5 minutes. And he's smiling and he's not saying anything right now, but he knows
Right.
it's true. And he was like, oh, I'm a dude. I'm stronger than you. I'm gonna be better. And
Yeah, and this one maybe was mild. I probably should start with this one. Make her laugh. Choose things in your environment to joke about.
sure, I'm okay with that. Although if you're going to be a jerk about people in general or making fun
Yeah.
of people or how they look,
Yeah.
then no, I'm not here for that. But
So he had a bonus tip in the
good. A
in the
bonus?
description. Ask her how. Oh, with all questions, ask her how whatever it is it makes her feel. This forms a deeper connection and keeps her talking longer. I mean, you could
Sure.
say that to everybody probably,
yeah, sure.
but also it's not gonna like
If I barely know you and you're like, how do you feel about this one? Be like, why are you asking me that?
right. Like if I'm talking about like my favorite color is blue, how does it make you feel?
What?
What?
It makes me feel like I like the color blue.
Right.
So that would be my answer.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, follow because he is helping you embrace your confidence and become a high value king.
Interesting.
Are you familiar with the term simp?
Yes, I am.
I'm
yeah.
not. I don't like that word either.
Well, tell everyone out there what that means for those who may
Well,
not know.
So I again, not too clear, but I think to me it's just someone who likes somebody and is trying to be nice to them. Like
Right.
that's a simp.
Right. The simp means you like if you have a significant other, I won't gender it, but if you have a significant other and you do things for them or you
Right, like you buy them flowers. Oh, you're such a simp.
Yeah, I don't
That's
understand it
dumb.
either. I'm like, this is the dumb, and then people are like, don't be a simp, and you want to be that?
I don't. Was it even like simple? Don't be simple.
Yeah, I don't
Is that
know.
what it's
I don't know
from?
what the
What's the etymology?
yeah, I don't know what that's a simpleton. I don't know.
Oh,
A simp.
a simpleton.
That's where I think. Maybe I don't know. That's just what I think when I think of simp.
So this is where it gets.
Oh no, this is
These
where it's
two are
turning.
good.
Okay.
These two are good.
Okay.
So this one is tips for the boys when texting girls.
Oh, good.
Girls.
Girls.
Girls. Don't send good morning or good night messages because that is a beta move.
Disagree. Go ahead.
Disagree, absolutely. I love good morning text. Never text your feelings. If you have to tell her, move on, bro.
Oh, that's a harsh left that we also took there. Ouch. Go ahead. I don't agree with that either. but
Again, calling her the F word, which again I
Friend?
believe is friend.
I thought it meant like female or something.
So call her the F word will make her chase you.
No.
Oh, I forgot to mention. So in that, in these posts, in these reels, he's working out in the background.
As one does.
At the gym.
When you're making a video about how to...
Specifically, holy shit. Specifically, I don't know what it's called. Oh no, he's got 2 dumbbells. He's doing
curls.
He's doing curls. Yeah.
I can't. No.
Stop sending her WID, what you doing texts. You think high value men text like that? Go get busy.
So I don't know that I have a problem with that in general. Like what? But it's nice to like if you're texting someone to be like, oh, like what are you up to?
Right,
Or
how
what
are
are
you
you
doing?
doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't do that. Do you think high value men do that,
Don't
Jackie?
send good morning or good night.
Just don't text her. Yeah.
Right.
Don't text
Just ignore her. Just call her a friend
her.
and she'll chase you.
Don't send mass texts, which I think he means like double and triple texting.
Oh, okay.
Because that is desperate AS, which I think means a shit.
Why wouldn't you just say AF as fuck?
And it says match her energy.
Okay.
Example, send similar sized messages. So if she texts you one word, you text back one word. How does that help anybody?
Oh, I wouldn't like that.
That's too much work.
What? Well, I don't disagree with the match the energy thing. Like if I'm texting you and you stop texting me, I'm not going to keep texting you.
Right.
That's
yeah.
fine. But
But
I
if
mean,
I'm not going to send, okay, Jackie sent me 17 words.
or
so
if like
I'm
you
gonna
text me and
respond in
you're like,
17 words.
yeah, like
No.
if I send you a brick of text and you send me back one sentence, I'm not going to just do like what?
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, there's people who listen to this
Oh,
too, which is
this,
the sad
well,
part.
now I will say there's only a couple, like 148 likes on this one.
Okay, so maybe the people aren't into it.
Oh, so here's there was a bonus on here I didn't read. Remember, the more high value you are, the less you have to play games, in air quotes. Girls will naturally gravitate to men who are secure, dominant, assertive, ambitious, and decisive. Start acting like you don't care what others think and start improving yourself. Don't do things to impress others.
I don't disagree with certain pieces of that.
But it's so generalized.
Yeah,
girls,
that's-
all girls.
yeah,
girls,
girls.
again, not women.
Probably with the Z. Girls.
Thank God, no. But naturally gravitate.
I don't think
I don't
that.
think I wouldn't. I mean, well, I'm not a girl, but dominant. I don't. No, I want 50-50.
Yeah, I'd rather be treated. I don't know. I would want. I don't know. I'd rather be treated equally than.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, I'm not here for that.
No. So, yeah, he says, I'm helping you become high value and level yourself up. So you're not left behind.
What does it even mean?
I
You're
don't
left
know.
behind. Oh my gosh.
I don't know.
I really hope there's people. Maybe people who are listening would think that this is good advice. This is not good
This
advice.
is none of this.
This is
There's been
bad.
very little good advice in here.
No,
I can say
Well, and if you're,
confidently.
yeah, there is absolutely nothing in this that is.
No.
Some pieces of it are okay.
But it's been like the basics, like ask her how she
Right.
feels. Right. Yeah. Do that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Sure. Well, yeah.
Well, you'll like this one. So this is the last one I have.
Oh no.
And it's how to text like an alpha.
Already I have a problem, but go on.
So he has
What?
so he's got like the first ones are you don't say this. And this is what you should say instead. So the
Okay.
first thing I read is what you don't say.
Okay, so this is what
The
you
second
don't
one
say.
is what you do say. So, what time are you free?
Okay, we don't say
We
that.
don't say what you know what we say, be ready at 6, I'm picking you up. That would be
What?
an automatic no for me.
Absolutely not. You're not telling me what to do.
You should not say sorry I didn't respond to your message. He says you should say I was busy, what's up? Or just continue the convo. Don't even address that you like took a break in between. Like you got busy.
I
or
think you're
something.
fine to not address a break in a conversation, but I don't know if I was sorry, or I would say, oh hey, like I don't know, I guess maybe I would.
I think I would just say, "Oh, sorry, I got busy." Like, yeah, and then continue.
yeah,
on.
that's what I would do too.
I think that's respectful. But evidently, you don't do that.
If it's somebody that you've been talking to for a while, I
Right.
don't think you have to address the breaks. But if it's somebody newer, for sure.
Don't ask what day are you free.
Oh no.
Ask I'm free, like at this day at this time.
No, I don't agree with that. What if I'm not free at that same time?
Right. Exactly. Well, too bad.
We have to call me the F word.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. We're just friends. Friend. Do not say what do we want to do. You say we will be doing this.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
no. No. Oh no. That's
Yeah.
a hard pass for me.
Again, there's all these bonuses I didn't notice when I was looking at these. Women want a man of dominance and assertiveness. If you are submissive to her, she will either take advantage of you or leave you.
Interesting. I don't agree with that either, but
So yeah, if you truly want to level up your game, embrace your masculinity and become high value. And then instead of saying hit the follow button, he says smash the follow button.
ew, I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
Smash the.
Mm-hmm.
See, when I think of the word smash, I think of something totally different.
Oh yeah, me too.
I like,
Well, I just think of some like
well, smush too. If you're a Jersey Shore fan.
highly like roid rage man, like like smashing his phone,
Yeah.
like following because like I'm an alpha.
What if I'm the alpha and I'm like what? How to text like an alpha? What if she's an alpha? What if
Well, I
the
think-
girl? What if the woman you're texting is an alpha?
Just from
or
what
the
because
person-
I didn't even save half of them because I couldn't. I was like, I gotta get out of here. It was a very dark place that night when I got there.
you're like
but,
all of a sudden in like
I think
the dark web.
Well, I think that's where the like incel thing comes in because it's like, well, she's just using you. She just sees men as playthings.
Oh, I mean, I'm sure there are some people out there who are
Of
like
course,
that,
of course.
or who don't. But
to make such a sweeping
right
generalization,
is so terrible.
No.
How to text like an
Yeah.
alpha.
I just would like to, just because those are really dark. I had a couple others that are a little more light.
Okay, I'm okay.
That I
yes.
would like to kind of maybe like end on a little bit.
Sure.
Just real quick.
Yes, we have to. We can't end on the.
I have one that's funny.
Okay, good.
I think for us. So it says, depression isn't dark rooms and endless crying. Sometimes it's getting up, going to work, smiling all day, and then coming home to sit quietly, doing little to nothing until it's time to go to bed.
That is so 100% accurate. It's
Jackie-
not even funny.
Jackie, I would be hella depressed if that's what depression is. Because there are times I come home and I don't do anything because I love to do nothing.
I know. There's sometimes
And I will just sit
Yes.
until it's time to go to bed.
Yes.
And I'm not
100.
depressed.
Yes, 100%. I'm the same way. But I don't disagree with that sentiment. Anyways, I mean, it doesn't always mean you're in a dark room, like
No.
blinds drawn. But
No.
yeah, so there are sometimes I come home and I sit on the couch
And
it's-
I literally check out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You turn on whatever show,
Right.
Nurse Jackie,
Nurse Jackie.
and
Mhm.
you're gone.
Yeah. Yeah. So what any good advice that you heard today that you would really encourage the kids to, is it the texting like an alpha or calling her the F word?
I just like how we're saying F word. Like we can't just say friend.
Well,
like,
first, I mean, to me, the F word is faggot. Right? Like that's what the F word means to me.
when I think of F word, I think
And so I was
fuck,
like, well, that
but-
is really confusing to call her that. I guess she
I think
would
fuck.
be confused,
I mean, I just.
but yeah.
But then I think female. Like, cause
That's what I thought. I thought
I know
of
there
that
are some
too.
guys who call women females, and
yeah.
it's not
That's
my.
not good. Don't
I
do
hate.
that.
I hate
Yeah,
that.
don't do that. Yeah.
Honestly, the one thing that's sticking with me is just asking somebody what song should I listen to or what
Yeah,
song
I
should I
like that.
That's a good way to get
Yeah, that is a
exposed
good
to
way.
something that
Mhm.
you may not
I like that.
always
Yeah.
listen to.
Yeah. So, were you a Vine? Did you watch the Vines?
I did watch Vines. I wasn't on Vine at the time.
Yeah, I wasn't
I'm
either.
very upset that I missed that period of time in the social media game.
Well, do
'cause
you,
I think I would have loved it.
I thought for our closing, since we're supposed to talk about TikTok, but again, I'm a boomer, so do you have a favorite Vine that you like to watch? That's funny.
The one that that came to the top of my head is the kid who opens an avocado on Christmas and goes, "It's an avocado."
Yes, that's a good one. That's so
Thanks.
wholesome.
Avocado. Thanks.
That or the one where maybe I like avocados. It's the one where it's like, was it Taco Bell? It says fresh avocado because they broke up the word.
yes.
I will sometimes
Free
call,
shavacado.
Yeah, free shavacado.
That one
Sometimes
was
I will
good.
ask
That
Justin
one was
when we
good.
go shopping. I'll be like, we need to get some avocado.
Free Shavacadoo.
But it's so hard because there's so many good ones. Like there was the girl who had the glasses and it was like that song and it was like, like da-na-na-na,
Oh, and she
would,
like turned around. Yeah, with the fluffy hair.
Yeah.
Yes.
There were
yes.
so many good ones.
So many good ones. My
I've
favorite.
saved like sometimes you ever see them on Instagram where it's like the best vines of all
Yeah.
time. I have a bunch saved on my Instagram and I watch them when I'm upset.
Mine,
but you need to tell me what yours is.
Mine, I think you'll probably understand, is so it's like a little girl swinging and then she falls off backwards and it becomes Wii Bowling and it's her with the stripe.
Yes.
When that first, I think it just like came up randomly like many years after Vine because I didn't get into the Vine
Yeah.
craze either. And I watched it probably 17,000 times in one night and cried
There's another one where
because
it's
it
like
was so funny.
it's similar to that where it's like a lawnmower that goes off the rails and it's like, if you love me, let me go. And the lawnmower's like in the air, just like Leah. That's if you love me, let me go.
Yeah.
Yes, I've seen that one.
Yeah.
It is the girl. It is so fun. They're all
Or
really
look
good.
at all them chickens.
Look at all those chickens.
Yes.
Love that one.
What are those?
Vine truly was superior to TikTok,
And
I think.
yes, it was. Well, and I
Mm-hmm.
think it's the same thing. It's just, I don't know, for whatever reason, Vine is less irritating to me.
Right.
Because
well, now
I think,
TikToks are like 17 minutes long.
well, and on Vine, you didn't really get the chance to you had a little bit of it. I don't remember so many videos being like cut and edited. Like I think it was you had 7
you had
seconds.
7
You had
seconds.
7 seconds, and
there
that was all you
nothing
had.
more. Mm-hmm.
And so you couldn't, if you missed it, you had to record it again. Versus TikTok, you're cutting. You can edit
Yeah.
your own videos.
Yeah.
So
And all this crazy stuff. These kids, they don't
these
understand.
I know they don't understand.
They don't understand.
I love Vine was so good.
Yeah. You wouldn't see no dancing Vines. No one was dancing about,
No.
I have ADHD. No,
No,
none
it
of that was going on.
You were going up to your friends being like, "What are those?
What are those? Yeah. Yeah.
That's what it was.
That was what it was.
Not dancing to
Not alpha
I have-
texting.
borderline personality disorder.
Right.
And
Right.
like,
Yeah. So that's pretty tiring. This whole
Yeah.
episode's been pretty tiring, I have to say.
I think I need a nap after
All of
listening
these
to
all of these psychological hacks.
Yeah, and a lot of them.
Hashtag wiener germs.
Yeah, hashtag wiener germs. Hashtag capitalism.
Hashtag capitalism. Well, we hope that you don't follow any of these psychological hacks because
Yes,
I
please
don't think
don't.
any of these are Jackie and Kyle approved.
No,
I don't
absolutely
think
not.
Not even some of them that were true. I would just ignore, like
Yeah.
sexual imprinting. Just ignore that. You don't need to know that for your
No.
life to continue.
No, this is some information that you can listen to and then immediately dump it
And
out
then
of your
immediately,
brain.
yeah, dump
Just
right into the toilet.
right out of the other ear
and flush it.
Yes, forever,
Yes.
forevermore.
Yes.
Yes. Well,
And that's all. That's all, folks.
that's all we got for this one. So we will see you.
We'll catch you at the next one
Yeah.
when we talk about, I don't know.
Who
We'll
knows?
have to see.
It'll be a mystery.
It'll be a mystery. Hashtag capitalism.
Hashtag capitalism. Hashtag wiener germs.
Bye.
Bye.